If you find yourself getting confused between all the different ways that we can use trading losses to reduce the profits of a business, then this video is for you. We're going to be looking at both companies and also individuals. We're going to start off by looking at a company situation, and we're only focusing on single companies here, so we're not going to be considering group relief scenarios in this video. Now, what have we got in terms of options for a company? If they make a trading loss in the current year, then one option we have, and this is the option that will happen if we don't do anything else, is that our trading loss is going to get carried forward to future years. Now, for companies, this will get set against total profits before QCDs of any future years. And we are allowed to pick and choose how much of our trading loss we use in any particular future year. So we don't have to use it all in one go in the next following year. And by doing that, by choosing how much we use in future years, that means we can avoid wasting any QCDs, qualifying charitable donations. There is another option though. We could use our trading loss from the current year against total profits of that same year. This would be total profits before QCDs. And because we're setting that trading loss off against total profits before our QCDs, it does mean, unfortunately, we can end up wasting those QCDs. Another available option to us is that we can carry our trading loss back to the previous 12 months. Now, a problem we've got for companies, a restriction we have here, is that we have to do a current year total profits claim before we can do a claim for the previous 12 months. And we do have some special situations that a company can find itself in. If a company is ceasing trading, then we can look at possibly applying the terminal loss relief rules. And that would allow us to be able to take our trading loss of the current year and not just carry it back 12 months, we could actually carry it back 3 years, 36 months. That's done on a last in, first out basis, and we set it off against total profits of those previous 3 years. So watch out for the fact that when we are using our trading loss relief for our single company here, we cannot make partial claims using that trading loss on the terminal loss relief, the current year loss relief, or the carryback loss relief. But when you're carrying forward your trading loss, you can choose how much of that trading loss you want to use. So that's a really important tax planning point to consider. Let's compare all of that to how we deal with trading losses for individuals. So somebody who is running an unincorporated business, whether that be as a sole trader or if they are part of a partnership. So if they've made a trading loss in the current year, what can they do with that? They can carry it forward and set it against first available trading profits of the same trade. Now that is different to what we saw for companies. Companies were setting it off against total profits going forward, which could include, for example, chargeable gains or some property income, for example. But for an individual, they are restricted to only using that trading loss of the current year against trading profits of the same trade in the future. And another difference between the company situation and the individuals is that that individual is having to use it against the first available profits. They're not getting to skip an amount and say, well, I don't want to use it next year. I want to save it and use it in 2 years' time. They don't get that flexibility. But where individuals do get flexibility and companies don't is in the order that they use a trading loss in the current year and or the previous year. So we saw with companies, if they wanted to carry their trading loss back to the previous year, they had to set it off against the current year's total profits. First of all, individuals don't have to do that. If they want to take their trading loss from the current year and use it against the prior year, they can just do that. They'll set it off against total income of the prior year. If there's any trading loss left over, they can choose, if they want to set it off against total income of the current year. So they might have some other income in the year, maybe some employment income, maybe some property income. They can set it off against that. They could choose instead, we'll just carry forward the rest of the loss that we've not used. But remember, it will get restricted and only be set off against the first available trading profits of the same trade if they do that. They could use their trading loss in the current year and then decide to carry it back. They could just decide to do current year only. They could decide to do the carry back only to the previous year. Loads and loads of flexibility for individuals in terms of using that trading loss in the current year and or the previous year. And another thing individuals get to do that's a bit different, and that's because individuals, remember, are taxed under income tax and capital gains tax, two completely separate taxes. Whereas companies, if they've made a chargeable gain, they will pay corporation tax on the chargeable gain. So there's not a separate tax for companies for their chargeable gains, but there is for individuals. So we have a slightly different rule for individuals here, where as long as they have made a claim in the current year against total income or the prior year against total income, if they've still got some trading loss left over, they can set that off against any chargeable gains they've made in that same year. So if we want to use our trading loss against chargeable gains we've made in the prior year, first of all, we would have to use up our trading loss, if possible, in that same prior year against total income first. And if there's anything left over, use it against chargeable gains. Same with the current year. If we wanted to set our trading loss off against chargeable gains in the current year that we've got, we'd have to first of all see if we can make a total income claim, if we've got some other income in the same year that we could set it off against. Now, a few reminders. No partial claims allowed here. We can't pick and choose how much we carry forward. We can't pick and choose how much we use in the current year or carry back. You have to use as much as is possible. And that does mean we might end up wasting our personal allowance as a result, because our loss is going to get set off above where the personal allowance is deducted in our income tax computation. And there's another little thing to watch out for. When you're looking at a current year or a carryback claim, we are going to be restricted to a maximum of the greater of £50,000 and 25% of the adjusted total income to set off against income other than trading income of the same trade. It's a little tricky thing to watch out for. What is adjusted total income? It is our total income less any gross personal pension contributions. So you would need to check what that amount is, 25% of that figure, and £50,000, take the greater of those two figures, and double check that you're not trying to use more trading loss in the current year or the prior year than you're allowed to do. And a couple of special situations to watch out for. We have the terminal loss relief, just like we had for companies. It's a way that we can carry our loss back further than under normal rules. So if our business ceases trading, we can carry our loss back 3 years. Last in, first out basis, just the same as it was for companies. And we're going to set it off against trading profits. We are only allowed to set that terminal loss relief off against trading profits. That's different to companies. Companies were able to set it off against their total profits of the previous 3 years on a last in, first out basis. Individuals only get to set it off against trading profits. So there's another little difference to watch out for. And then we have a special loss relief option available for individuals that we didn't see for companies. And that's where we have somebody who's in the first 4 years of their business, and whether that's as a sole trader or they've joined a partnership, first 4 years of that business. If they make a loss in any or indeed all of those first 4 years, they can take that trading loss and they can carry it back 3 years. This is against total income. So they might have had a job before they started their business. They'd be able to set that trading loss off against a previous employment and claim a refund of tax paid. It is on a first in, first out basis. How are you going to remember which one's a first in, first out basis, which one's last in, first out? Think about what's happening with the business. Terminal loss relief happens at the end of a business, in the last few years of a business. So LIFO, last year. Our carryback in the early years of business, that's in the first few years of the business. F, first in, first out. So you can see from this then that there's a lot more going on with individuals, an unincorporated business, a sole trader, or a partner in a partnership than there was for companies. Lots more things to think about, many more options to consider. If you can commit these diagrams to memory and these rules, then it's going to help you in your exam to sit and think through the different possible options in a scenario, which ones are relevant, some might be better than others, and work your way through each of them and show what's the impact going to be of claiming the loss in that way, and then give your client the advice as to the best use of the losses. I really hope that's been helpful for you. If you've got any further questions on this area, please do just drop me a question down below the video. I have other videos that will be really helpful for you in preparing for your exam. And also, if you're not already a subscriber, do hit the subscribe button so that you get notified each week when I put out a new video.